let's just drop it lower. Oh, let's drop any lower. Okay, whatever. Welcome to another stream. Yeah, still no microphone, so we'll have to deal with this for now. I'm just rolling with this stream. We're gonna try something new. This video or progress. What is progress, right? Because I've been thinking about it, reflecting on it recently. You know how fast time actually passes by? It actually really does. When you, wow, like since I made this goal of mine a thing, which was to re-release 2, 3 albums, all the albums I had out at a much higher quality. It all just, it's taking, the time just flew by. It has. But I managed to get so much done. Sometimes you think that you just need to, mix and master a couple songs, but it started off with me buying FL Studio, like legit buying FL Studio, then buying plugins, and I installed all that, and then I'm like, huh, my PC can't run this at all. So what happens then is you start upgrading your PC, which again, I've never done it before, but yeah, you switch out the RAM, you switch out I think it was the CPU. Like, you just do it and it's done. I got an email today from, FL Studio, and they're like, what, like, thanks for being with us for 2 years. 2 years, bro. 2 years? You know when Lemonade Mouth dropped originally, like my most recent body of work under the old artist name? It was, I believe it was 2022. November 2022, I believe. That's 4 years ago, you know? I have released new music since then. Like, I did release Tamad TS and then a couple more remakes. But oh my god. Like, the demos are there. And I'm still upscaling them and all that. But, I thought like, I literally started the studio from scratch, getting the computer upgraded, getting the. We can go lower. Getting the computer upgraded, getting the plugins updated, all that. And then turns out, no, man. I'm actually rebuilding the studio from scratch. It'll be done very soon because once this is done, we're in. Um, yeah, and when I say from scratch, like, you literally thought it would be rebuilding the PC from scratch. No, turns out it's actually going to be the floors and the walls from scratch, which is just mental. But then again, if that's what leads to a good album being done, albums, then let's go. Also, I still don't like that angle. There we go. So, just reflecting on progress. Oh my god. Actually insane. You never see how a journey goes, and they do say it's all about the journey, not the end goal. And oh my god, it really is about the journey, especially when you do work on it and you appreciate it. You start making the end goal much better. Um, Also, last time, sometimes I can see the chat, sometimes I can't, by the way. So it's just like that. Um, with progress as well, uh, it included building the entire foundation, getting a YouTube channel going. Back then, it was just Spotify and SoundCloud, and I was taking on Spotify. And then I realized that's a fool's game, man. It's just no way to do it. Unless you are actually, I would say, manipulating the algorithm in a way, then it is very possible to make it on Spotify and all that. But I think YouTube is just a much better thing, especially when you consider the fact that you can do so much more with YouTube than Spotify. Like, so odd that I get an artist at the end of a Spotify rap tell me, "Thank you for streaming my music, guys. Thank you for streaming my music." Yo, I can say that on YouTube countless times, you know. Um, and yeah, just the behind the scenes, the live streams, the shorts. I feel like even though there's been such a long break since a body of work has been released, it's so nice that I got the foundation going. And I was gonna say this that um, even the website is such a great addition to um, I don't even know what I would call this. You might call it an asset in a way it is. Having an online electronic press kit where you can just send it out to radio stations or promoters or venue managers, festivals, concerts. It's so handy. Even just having all your music displayed on that gigs, it's great. And then just getting the merch shop done. Oh my god. Like there was so much more that had to be. I couldn't physically get the music ready, so I was working on other stuff. But quick advertisement. If you go on the Zach Lee website, which is zachlee.com with two C's, not CCOM, com, Zach, ZACCLEE dot com, you can find the merchandise tab. And on the merchandise tab, you have a lot of merchandise, you have a lot of t shirts. And as someone who values quality, as we're seeing with how long we're waiting for an albums, I had to test out my own merchandise because it's a third party producing it. And oh my god, I cannot believe this. I started off with ordering a hat. There's t shirts as well. But the hat, I literally forgot I ordered this and it came. Check this out. It's got the logo, and again the logo. I don't want it to get taken out of context, but it's a Z and an L, and there's a halo on it, right? And the halo is broken, right? Why is it broken? Because the music, you have to, like, the whole point of having a music page or being a brand, you have to stand for something. There has to be something you're aiming towards. Even when you're releasing content or whatever, you have to stand out, whether it's by the way you dress, by the background, whatever it is, right? So, Lemonade Mouth, you've already seen the shorts. We've got a little outfit going. Um, and the whole logo, the halo, the whole point of it is breaking cycles. So constant self-improvement, improvement, quality, and it's just a sleek design, which again, it's missing something though. It's missing the little um, lemon, as we're seeing. Hold on, can we get a thumbnail going? If I put it very close. Okay, that might be the thumbnail. Right. I'm gonna attach it to the hat. It's all about breaking cycles and becoming a better version of yourself. Not even of yourself, but even, you know, breaking cycles of what makes something not stand out or as good as it should be. That's what the album basically will testify. The first one. There it is, the lemon. Wow. Okay, I don't know if I like it in this position, but it might just do its job for now. Ooh. Alright, so even the artwork, oh my god, you know, the longer you spend not working on the thing, you actually get to visualize um how you want it to look, right? How you want it to sound. Hold on, maybe we can make this background better. Like for example, looking back on um the Lemonade Mouth artwork, what it was so cool because it was inspired by Edge Runners at the time, right? So Edge Runners Cyberpunk, yes, that's it. Inspired by Edge Runners, so obviously the artwork took a heavy reference from it. Um, with the whole cyberpunk background and the whole, but the poses class. Um, yeah, the whole anime style shit getting drawn stuff drawn is class. The first album didn't have it. First album didn't have it. Second one did, and the third one mm, have had something else drawn on, right? So as it's drawn on, we have a thing where mm, let me think. I got a phone call in the middle of this. Ain't no time for that at the moment. Hold on, like, come on, like, birds, man. So we, uh, oh, man, I literally lost my train of thought. I need to. Okay, I already have an idea for the artwork for Lemonade Out again. How it's going to look, how it'll sound, and I believe it'll be very, very, very cool. It'll be amazing. Um, It'll obviously still have nods to the other thing, but it won't go with the drawn version. I don't think it will anyway. I think we'll go with the whole um, realistic look for it. But the colors, background, all this very different. Um, and yeah, just progress, progress. The entire word progress, the whole concept of progress is moving forward, improving, going from point A to point B to point C to point D, all the way to point Z. That's what it is. Progress. There's a different word, which I don't like the opposite of progress. It might be degress. It's not degress. I know digress is when you go off topic, which is what I do a lot. But there has to be. I know there is. Well, I just can't think of it right now. But progress, man, it goes into everything. And usually, progression wise, it's meant in a positive way where it becomes better, it becomes good, and yeah, built upon the previous version. And that's what we're going to go with for the entire phase, whatever you want to call it. It's so funny because, like, I have new music that I'm working on. And it's like I work on one thing, then I work on another thing, and all of a sudden it becomes two, three separate projects. Like one of the albums I'm working on was made before Darkest Summer or Lemonade Mouth were even an idea. And that will come out in the second. You know how artists have their debut album, then a sophomore album, and whatever the second or third one is, and that usually is like one, two, three, and then what do we do after three? Like the artist is supposed to rebrand. Bro, I'm already at the rebrand stage. The first three albums, they're not even like nostalgia based. They're just albums that are out. Albums that are out because they're really good. And I think it's good to have them. So, yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Well, there's music for days. Music for days coming. That could be an album, you know. Albums for days. The beats never stop. That shit was a prophecy in itself, man. God damn. God bless. Not goddamn. God bless. Um, and yeah, essentially that's what progress is. Um, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna talk about the ideas or what the albums are gonna be. I'd rather kind of create them and conceive them. I'm yeah, I'm not gonna leak anything actually. I'm just gonna keep it really low key. Like I did before, I was like, I'd rather just show you. I'd rather just show you. And what did I do? I think I showed what it was. And also even like looking at the shorts, oh my god, I was rewatching them. Guys, TikTok. TikTok. TikTok is where I'm uploading kind of different things. Because it's like not different things, but it's like I'm kind of taking advantage of the stories and just the whole platform in itself, just messing around with it. So there's exclusive shorts there that I don't think will be on YouTube. It's just kind of not gonna work if I put them on YouTube. So they're only on TikTok. And let's see. Yeah, it's very interesting because with the whole rebrand starting over, the whole um music fan base thing has been so shattered to pieces. Man, like there's people on Instagram that don't see what I post on TikTok, and people on TikTok that I don't see what I post on Instagram. I know everyone. Well, I suspect everyone is subscribed to the YouTube channel, where like the YouTube channel is the HQ. Um, right after the main page, right? It's exactly.com. So yeah, it's just interesting how it's all fractured. I need to figure out a way to kind of bring it together because YouTube 5.13 14K subscribers. I know not everyone is commenting, which is strange to me. Not everyone is liking. The way I got to this stage was just promoting the music page and also word of mouth, like meeting people in real life, um, showing them the music in real life. You know what's crazy as well? Um, I'll say this. When I was in abroad, uh, like in different places, whenever I showed the music to people, they really fucked with it. Like, Love the Taste, for example, or Skater Girl. Depending on what region I was in, people found different genres better than the other songs. It was so interesting to see. What I found very interesting was that strangers, when you run into strangers on a night out or the pub or wherever in a different region, they're so fast to like check your thing out and support you. It's actually incredible how that works. Um, really incredible. Because when I've seen it in, this isn't like me popping shots at anyone, but in the local spot, like, damn, man, like, yo, guys, what the like, it's all about collabs, right? It's all about like supporting one another. Like, damn, like, hi, right? Just crazy, actually mental, like. And yo, even the amount of people I ran into that were like trying to make it a joke, me a joke, yo. This isn't me trying to be narcissistic, but damn, like mental. Maybe I should dedicate a stream to like the funniest stories I've had of like running into people. Because I already shared one where I chatted to haters, but there's so many different ones. And again, if I'm gonna focus on the negatives, I'm gonna focus on the positives as well. Um, but then again, there's other people that I've met and they loved the music. It's actually incredible how the whole thing works, and that's progress. You know, it's it's incredible to see how depending on where you're from, where you are, if you're like, I feel like the whole point is it's so ego based. Like, wow. Um, but yeah, I digress heavily here. It was all about talking about bringing everyone back together, right? Bringing everyone back together instead of having it be fractured. That's what it was about. But I'll find a way. Maybe I'll just post stories to have everyone just watch one thing or in one place or the other. Also, chopping up the live stream clips definitely helps. These live streams are supposed to be like a podcast. So I don't know what this podcast is. These podcasts are all over the place. Very all over the place. But progress wise, this is where we're at with the music thing. Um yeah, like when I'm on the roll, I'm on a roll. Like, but when I'm off it, I'm off it. Actually, man. I'll play this because I'm feeling a little guitar tune coming. I'll show you guys. It's actually crazy that it's crazy. I'll tell you this story because I don't think I've shared this story before. I've said this story to people in real life. I did a music course, right? And before I did it, I took guitar lessons. And it's just insane because I was at the gym and I was broke, man. I had no money. And I had a choice. I'm sitting there doing my curls, like, like, wait, I can either pay for guitar lessons. This is while I'm buying my PC parts and upgrading my computer and buying plugins and all that. I'm like, I can literally pay for guitar lessons, or I can pay for another month of my membership. And I chose guitar lessons, right? I haven't regretted that decision since. It's just meant to, like, actually, man. And it was worth it. Like, playing guitar, yo, it's not even that bad. I have a fucking box, man. And I learned to play on the box. Like, I kind of have to feel this out. Hold on. I'm literally playing two chords, man. And it's not switching, it's just the finger being lifted, so. It's mad. Yo, actually, man. I know this song as well, but learning to switch chords, I had to fix another issue I had with my hands well, otherwise I wouldn't be able to play this, but. That's progress. From not being able to switch, not being able to just hold the strings properly, to holding the guitar the wrong way, that's progress. And you know what I realized? It's literally been a year. Almost a whole year since I decided to make that decision to go and do those fucking lessons, which is mad. It's not gonna sound good on a box, man. I need a smaller guitar to make it work, but no excuses. We can still fucking jam out. We can still jam out, but I'm not gonna jam out. So, anyways, that's just incredible how that little thing works. Like, oh my god. Okay. When this studio, okay, I'm just not gonna say, guys, it's soon. Oh my god. Okay. Actually going nice. And yeah. If you're watching this as well, before the 17th of May, guys, I'll be actually performing live. So you can come watch the performance. That's if you're in Ireland, you can come watch it. But yeah. Such a long hiatus. So long. The last time I performed was 2022 when I was actually on stage. 4 years. 4 years, like. That's unbelievable. That's actually insane. 4 years. Wow. Insane when I actually think about it. 4 years is mad. So we'll see if man still got it. But yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of the self reflection of today, of the live stream. And yeah, let's get into what is it? Oh yeah, not only did I learn to play the actual guitar properly, I was still learning. Um, the piano. Huh. Are we serious? Do you know how I did music before? I would literally set the key on FL Studio and I would just pair it where it sounds good. I used to just make it by ear. That's what it was. Crazy. And now I know how to make it work. Crazy. But we're gonna get into the book now. That's the whole progress part of the video. Now let's do the book part. So the book part. Let's get it. Now, we were on page lesson 16, which was I have no neutral thoughts, right? No neutral thoughts. What did that mean? Did you practice? Did I practice? I kind of did try to practice it. No neutral thoughts means that no matter what thought you have, it's going to be either positive or negative. And remember, all your thoughts come from somewhere. All your actions actually come from your thoughts. So, what state of mind are you in? No pun intended. What state of mind are you in that your thoughts and actions, what do they come from? Do they come from anger? Do they come from happiness? Do they come from the feeling of jealousy? Anger? I think they're all. So, 7. What? I see no neutral things. Okay. What? Okay. I'm thinking of skipping this, but then again, we're not gonna skip it. There's no point skipping it. Also, how many lessons is there? Okay. See how we have streaming every week? 50. Ooh, I'm gonna get caught out here. 52 weeks in a year. Guys, there is, oh my goodness. This is crazy. There's actually more than 180 lessons. I'm still going less than 200. Wow, guys, we might be here for a couple of years with these live streams. Wow. All right, anyways, I see no neutral things. The idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates in the world. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts, right? It is always the thought that comes first. Despite the temptation to believe that it is the other way around, that action and then thought, right? Thought after action comes when you're like, oh my God, what did I just do? Right? That's when you get a thought after action, but still, action comes from a thought. And the thought could even be a feeling, I suppose, because, if you're acting on impulse and you're not thinking through your decisions, it's probably from a feeling, right? It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe that it is the other way around. This is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn that it is the way you think. If it were not so, perception would have no cause, and it would itself be the cause of reality. In view of its highly variable nature, this is hardly likely. Right, the variable nature of the world, that you can't control outcomes, you can't control people, you can't control things like you have no fucking control over it. No, that's so, oh my God. So in applying today's idea, say to yourself with eyes open, I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts. So essentially, what you're doing is you're practicing realizing what you see and what you think. Is the thought positive or is it negative? Is the thing you're looking at negative or positive? And again, in that way, you're kind of fine tuning, messing with your own moral compass, where you're realizing, maybe this is a good thing, maybe this is a bad thing, right? So, I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts, right? You have to decide whether your thoughts are good or they're bad. Whether, maybe essentially, if you're a good person or an evil person. Then look about you, resting your glance on each thing you know long enough to say, I do not see a neutral X because my thoughts about X are not neutral, right? For example, you might say, I do not see a neutral wall because my thoughts about walls are not neutral, right? And again, you're like, oh, what the fuck? What is a wall to you, right? The first thing that comes to your head. Everyone will have a different thing. Someone might say, well, it supports the building, right? That like it has walls. Think about this. In ancient times, or like, what's a wall to a castle, right? What? Keep going with it, right? The wall of a castle protects what's inside. So the point of a wall is to shelter whatever's inside. A wall could also be a support for another floor or for the ceiling, right? So then again, you ask yourself, what's the ceiling? Is the ceiling the limit, or is it like, is there another floor there, or is there just a roof, right? I know it might sound stupid, but you go deeper and deeper with these ideas, and then you kind of look at a lot of things in a different highlight. I do not see a neutral body, and body just refers to an item or anything that is solid, because air isn't solid. That's not a body. That's they're all elements. You have water. Water isn't solid unless it's in a different state, right? States of items as well. For example, water, if you burn water, it evaporates. So it's in an airy, misty state. If you freeze water, and this is applying elements to it, it shifts to a different element as well because air is an element, right? Water is an element. Do you see how that works? An element creates a different element. If you freeze water, oh my god, my throat. Wow, really, really. Okay, so, oh my god, this is bad. Wow. Oh, wow, okay. If you freeze water, water turns into a body because it becomes solid, right? In its natural state, it's fluid. So that's three states we have. Hmm, interesting. So I do not see a neutral body because my thoughts about bodies are not neutral. As usual, it is essential to make no distinctions between what you believe to be animate or inanimate, pleasant or unpleasant. Regardless of what you may believe, you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy. 3 or 4 specific practice periods are recommended, and no less than 3 are required for maximum benefit. Even if you experience resistance, however, if you do the length of the practice period may be reduced. Right? If you do these, they register in your subconscious, right? And then you just do it unconsciously. Like your whole process of thinking changes, which is incredible how that works. So the whole lesson was I see nothing as neutral because it is not neutral. It's either it has to be something, right? And remember, this is the key distinguishing aspect of it. Do you notice the thing as something that you apply meaning to, or for the fact that it actually is, right? Like, imagine this. Let's apply that idea to music. Anyone who releases music. right? There's so many artists that release music. Maybe the music is good, maybe the music is bad. Maybe they're trying, or maybe they're not trying hard enough. What is the opinion and what is the fact, right? And again, if you have the opinion, is it your opinion or is it the opinion of other people? Or is it just the easier opinion to have because, you'll fit in, you won't go against the norm, right? And again, what would be the fact? No matter if the music is good or bad, that's effort. The music is actually effort. Whether it's good or not, there's effort behind it. So it may deserve, regardless, praise. Even people, I didn't realize this is a thing, but people find it, like I knew this is a thing, but people find it so hard to put themselves out there online or even speak online, voice themselves, have people look at them, see them. Even if you put yourself online, that's not really fully you. There's there's so many different parts of everyone. But what my point is, that's effort, and that deserves praise. You can go into the whole is it good or is it bad thing, but you cannot disagree that it doesn't deserve praise. That someone decides to put themselves out there or do something, whatever it is, even getting up, for people that go through depression or whatever, so many different scenarios, but getting up, you know, even like you find life hard after you went through something or you're not seeing a point in doing something, just the fact you got up deserves praise, you know? It's very interesting. But then this is the thing. Do you see it as the person getting up and not doing enough? Right? That's the opinion. That's your that you don't have a neutral thought. You're applying something to it. And then you have what it actually is. Right? They could sit and do nothing. They might not even get up. You're looking at it as the fact of the opinion or whatever it is. I hope you're getting my point here. How this whole thing operates. You should be thinking now where it applies and where it doesn't. So that'll be it, I believe. 37 minutes, 58 minutes. I'm gonna have to just, I'm gonna have to catch up with these streams. And I listen. Oh my god, I need to kick you. Sorry. Um, yeah, I believe that's it. Mm, Yeah, I'll catch up with the streams because I'm finding the flow here. I just literally have to write a word. What does this word mean? Where does it apply in like the music journey I'm going to? Yap for 15, 20 minutes, even 10, and then read the book. And I hope you're not getting the idea that I don't like doing this. I love doing this. This is really fun to do. But it's just like, people must think I'm fucking crazy. Like, and no one what? It's not that no one watches these. I know so many people that aren't even aware of these streams, and oh my god, such a game changer. Wow, crazy. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for liking. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for just everything. So have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one next Sunday. So good luck, guys.